Greetings. I am Dathan Tennyson, an MBA candidate from West Palm Beach, Florida. And today we'll be discussing, my presentation is over the technology and its impact on organizational structure. Uh, I'll be guiding you through this topic, and let's get started. Um, Introducing the significance of technology in organizational behavior and management. In today's rapidly evolving business environment, tech plays a big role in shaping org structures and behavior. Understanding this impact is essential for managers and leaders who aim to keep their organizations competitive and adaptable. Um, they gotta be in tune with what's going on with the tech world, right? And how big it is in terms of, as I said before, org behavior and, management. And over the next few minutes, um, we'll explore how different types of technology influence org structures and work design and overall flexibility and innovation. So let's dive into it. So the definition and types of technology. Um, so the the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, especially in industry, right? So the types of technology: unit or small batch, large batch or mass production, or continuous process tech, right? Let's first define what we mean by technology in this context, right? So technology encompasses tools, machinery, equipment, work procedures, and knowledge used to transform input into output. And it can be categorized into those three different types. Um, and each type has a distinct, let's say, type has a distinct characteristic, right? Has distinct characteristics and implications for organizational structure. Um, and its impact on organizational structure, you'll see, is the complexity and differentiation, centralization versus decentralization, and the formalization of, said topic, right? So tech significantly impacts org structure in several different ways, right? So firstly, it influences the complexity and the differentiation. As I said, so like for instance, a small batch technology often requires a flexible and less formal structure, right? While mass production and continuous process tech demands more standardized and formal structures. And secondly, technology affects centralization versus decentralization. Advanced tech enables more decentralized decision making due to the rapid information processing. So basically, like, since information is going around so much, um, lower level managers are able to make decisions faster, right? So you're not having to wait for your decision to come from way up top or from above you. It's just we're getting it, and now we're able to make decisions a lot quicker than we were before. Um, and then lastly, tech influences formalization, right? So high tech environments typically see increased formalization to ensure consistency and quality. Information technology, so IT, right? You'll see enhanced communication, data management, and decision making, and virtual organizations. Information technology has a big impact on organizations. It enhances communications by making it faster and more efficient, which can flatten hierarchies and improve collaboration. Because the more you know, the more often than not higher position you're going to be, right? So if we have information technologies that allow for everybody to know information at a faster level, then that kind of depletes the need for, hierarchy, because everybody knows the same thing. So there's no need for anybody to be in a higher position or for you to be taking orders from somebody, because you're all getting the same information. So it makes it easier for you all to work together, right? In a teamwork kind of thing, right? Um, IT, right, information technology, also plays a crucial role in data management and decision making, as you see here, allowing organizations to collect, store, and analyze data more effectively, leading to better informed decisions, right? So, like, data management is just, and decision making is like, the more data you have, the more, the better decisions that you can make. That's just naturally how it is, right? The more I know on a certain subject or on a certain thing, or the more I know how much inventory we have in our Wisconsin, our Jackson, Wyoming facility, the better I'll know the decision we need to make in that region when it comes time to make that decision. Or the amount of employees I'm going to have at the end of the month in Seattle, Washington, and then uh, Kansas, right? Kansas City, Missouri. It's just more things that I know, the better decision I can make in terms of the future of our company and where we're going, right? Um, and additionally, information technology, where physical presence is minimized, allowing for flexible work arrangements and global teams, right? So, like, just in terms of like being on Zoom, working from home, um, being able to work with somebody who is stationed in San Antonio when you live in New York, you know, it just makes things easier, right? Makes people more accessible, and if they know more about a certain subject and y'all working together, you're able to learn while you're working with them as well, right? Regardless of where they're at. So, work design, job roles, you see here the automation and job redesign, and also the skill requirements, right? So, technological advancements also affect work design and job roles, as you see here. Automation and advanced manufacturing technologies can lead to job redesign, shifting from manual tasks to more supervisory and problem solving roles, right? So whereas, like, instead of me having to put all of this together and put it on the line so it can continue going down, now I'm making sure that this robot is putting it together properly so it's going down the line instead of me having to get my hands dirty. All I'm doing is supervising, advising, like making sure this is getting done correctly and sufficiently, right? Um, and this transition requires new skills and continuous learning, right? Highlighting the importance of training and development programs within organizations, right? Because that's just how fast things can switch, right? One day you could be working as, the guy who's putting everything together, or a guy who's making the boxes that they're having to ship things out in, to the guy who's now supervising the robot that makes the boxes. And now you have to go through a training course to where you know how to work certain things, and you know who to talk to if the robot isn't working properly, or just things that you have to do when automation comes into play as you're working, right? And here you have organizational flexibility and innovation, where you see adaptability and innovation, right? Um, so organizations must adapt to keep up with technological changes, right? This requires flexibility in structure, processes, and culture. Um, so just basically, like, when it's time for things to be renewed, regardless of where you are as an organization, things are going to happen and things are going to come into play to where you're going to need to be able to adapt, right? Like, you're going to need to adapt to what the competition is doing. You need to be able to adapt to what your consumers want. Just in terms of external factors, internal factors, competition. Regardless, your customers, your consumers, anything may hit, where you're going to have to adapt, right? Uh, Technology drives innovation, which is essential for maintaining a competitive edge, right? To foster innovation, organizations need to create a culture that supports creativity and continuous improvement. Um, so yeah, basically, just if your organization isn't fostering innovation, it isn't looking to see like it build its employees to be more creative thinkers, then you guys are kind of going to be stuck on the same path because nobody's thinking new. Everybody's thinking of what you already have, right? Tradition. Sometimes tradition needs to be broken. Sometimes innovation is what's needed for a corporation to move forward effectively. And last but not least, here are our real world examples. Amazon and General Electric. Amazon is a prime example of a company that has continued adapting its organizational structure to leverage its technological advancements, right? Just over time, just being able to, from Amazon Prime to things that they were doing in COVID to now they're having more facilities being built in smaller cities so they can get things from point A to point B faster, right? They're just streamlining its logistics in the supply chain process so it can move at a quicker pace, get things to you faster. Uh, and they're also creating a more of a market by adding things that they previously didn't have in their inventory, making it available to the public, and you can get it in 2 days. That's what Amazon has been on. And then another good example is General Electric, right? Um, it's a company that's transformed its organizational structure to keep pace with technological changes, right? It has undergone digital transformation by incorporating um, advanced analytics into its operations, right? It's led to the creation of GE Digital, a division focused on harnessing digital technologies to improve the efficiency and performance of industrial equipment, right? It's just they're creating these different things. The technological integration has allowed GE to offer new services and solutions, enhancing its value proposition and helping it stay competitive in the industrial sector. Just different things that they're doing so they can stay afloat, innovating, adapting things that they need to do so they don't lose business or go plummet because Amazon is doing more than you know. Thank you.